Positively Jack's two Jacksonville teens were recently chosen to be on the Harvard Youth Advisory Board. That's a prestigious honor, as the two were selected locally. Just 24 youth were chosen across the entire country. And now they are pushing for racial equality and working to change the narrative for other black youth. So joining us this morning, Levite, as well as Amy Donofrio, the teacher and EVAC Movement founder. Good morning to you both, and truly quite the honor. I love the shirt, first of all, because it says, "I am not a gang member." And we live in a world where so many people are labeled right now.
Yes, sir.
Amy, tell me about getting involved with these young men and truly making a difference.
You know, it just started in my classroom with just listening to youth, hearing their stories, and hearing that they wanted to make a change, and inviting you, local leaders into the classroom to hear their stories. And before we knew it, within a year, we were at the White House meeting President Obama and starting to collaborate with Harvard. And Levi and Ron applied to be Harvard Youth Advisors, spent a lot of time after school in their essays, sharing their stories, sharing what they wanted to change in Jacksonville, and Harvard was blown away.
Mm-hmm. So Levi, tell us, what is it that you would like to see changed right here in Jacksonville and across the country for people like you?
Well, basically what I like to see change is the narrative. You can have goals in your mouth like I do, long hair, tattoos, but still accomplish the same goals and, you know, the same thing, just all around. That's the main message I want to get out.
Mm-hmm. Do you feel like sometimes you and your friends could be seen as underdogs and written off from opportunities in the future?
I definitely think the system is set up in that way, you know, and we have a harder time of fighting it, but that's how I feel though. Like the system just set up like that. So
that's why opportunities like this are so important. And actually, Levi and Ron, they're the third generation of EVAC students who have applied and been selected as Harvard Youth Advisors. And a lot of the time, they've been the only African-American male youth in the country chosen. And I think part of, like, I know when Levi was writing his application, one of the things he talked about is the importance of representation, and that he is what a Harvard Youth Advisor looks like, right? Mm-hmm. Even though the world can try to put a label on what it looks like, it's incorrect. He defines it.
And what does this do as far as opening doors, not just for your students, Amy, but for other people that are maybe friends with them, family members? I mean, it's so much encouragement that, look, you can be selected by Harvard.
Yes,
right?
Yeah, it's a big thing.
Well, I would ask Levi the question, like, how have other youth your age responded? I mean, it's been amazing.
Yeah, I got a lot of support and a lot of thank yous and a lot of this is what we need now going on in 2020, current year 2020. What all the tragic things happening, and me just accomplishing this, and everybody seeing that a young African American doing the same thing and just changing the narrative. They just happy for me and just love it, and I love them for it.
What can everyone at home do to, quote, change the narrative?
Sir?
What can everyone at home do to change the narrative, as you said it right there?
Just following along, get more people reposting, you know, just supporting what I believe in, and just, you know, having a different path.
And I think, oh, go ahead.
Yeah, let's talk about the EVAC movement, because you've done so much in the community for local youth, Amy. How can parents watching get their children involved potentially?
You know, unfortunately, our course was canceled, and funding was not accepted to continue it. So in taking more youth has been really challenging. We'll work kind of with anybody who has an idea that they want to help create change in Jacksonville with. Like one of the things that Levi and Ron are working on with the Harvard board, and people can follow it at EVAC Movement on all social media platforms, is they're going to be sharing youth stories across our city. And kind of Harvard wanted to do a project basically called I Am Not, based off of EVAC's I'm Not a Gang Member, and where youth get a chance to show ways that they've been stereotyped, and the damage that that causes, and also get to share the way that they define themselves. And so if youth want to be spotlighted, they can reach out to us at EVAC Movement on Instagram, Facebook, and on Twitter.
All right. Thank you both for coming on, and please give everyone else in your organization our best, and we appreciate what you're doing in the community.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate this. For real.
Keep up the